Greenwood. Footy in possession from City. Oh, she's in here. Oh, can you believe it? With so little time left, surely that will be the winner. Amazing scenes here.
The EAFC era is in full swing, and with EA Sports' latest football title, EAFC 25, the series is finally starting to find its stride. Over the last 7 iterations, the developers have struggled to produce a suitable title that appeased fans of pro clubs, manager, and player career mode. For years, it was apparent that EA Sports' main focus was its lucrative FIFA Ultimate Team mode. While the mode has continued to have massive success and popularity, it promotes predatory microtransactions through a pay-to-win model. However, with EAFC 25, the developers are starting to show a shift of focus, which gives me reason to believe that there is more to come in the future. This year's game features a new tactical system, a Volta football replacement, and many new additions that improve every mode. However, is this enough to convince a clinical FIFA fan like me that the series is making a change for the better? My name is Curtis with Sports Gamers Online, and this is our SGO review of EA Sports FC 25. Whether it's Madden, F1, or NHL, EA Sports always nails the presentation in its sports games, and EAFC 25 is no different. While I could gush over the perfectly presented English Premier League broadcast package, I would rather discuss more minor details that EA Sports has nailed this year. Players resemble their real-life counterparts almost perfectly, from their face scans all the way down to their body types. This year, the developers scanned around 1,800 players to resemble their footballers' real-life body types, which makes such a massive difference in terms of appearance on the pitch. Players like Mbappe, Erling Haaland, and even Joshua Zirkzee are recognizable from almost anywhere on the field. In addition, there's a new commentary theme, so fans will either hear the returning Derek Ray and Stuart Robson, or the new team of Guy Mowbray and Sue Smith. I like the latest commentary team, it's so refreshing, and Sue Smith gives an excellent tactical analysis that fits in with this year's FC IQ theme. However, I hate the commentary in the new Rush mode, but more on that later. Complementing the new commentary is the fantastic audio work that the game provides for the player. Again, EAFC is amazing at recreating football atmosphere. Whether it's a passionate chant from the crowd, the constant barking of orders from the sideline, or a loud appeal for a penalty from the fans, EA Sports always sets the scene. FC IQ is EAFC 25's new real-world data-driven tactical system that affects the gameplay in all areas. At its core, FC IQ modernizes players' roles on the virtual pitch, and it's flexible enough that fans can create their own tactics to fit their style. New players' roles are at the heart of this feature. For example, players like Diogo Dalot and Marc Cucurella can move into the midfield and play as a new role called false back. This means fullbacks will move into the midfield and contribute to the buildup of an attack. Another new role is the winger, where midfield players will occupy the wings and distribute for more expansive areas. All the new roles have strengths and weaknesses, and you'll need to adjust to find the sweet spot you're looking for to produce the best results. Watching your tactics unfold on the pitch and observing how your players operate in their set roles makes player roles unique in EAFC 25. Again, this year EA Sports has introduced many new animations to improve the gameplay. I've been impressed with the new tackling animations added to the game. It seems like every year there's more ways to tackle your opponent and intercept the ball. Besides the additions of FC IQ and the increased number of animations, the gameplay has mostly stayed the same. Pacey players still have an advantage, and the game's overall speed is still hectic at times, unless you play on simulation settings, which is slower and more akin to what you would see on a real match day. However, EAFC 25's gameplay is as smooth as ever, and you only really appreciate it once you play other football titles like Strikers Inc.'s UFL, where players can feel like robots stuck in sand. So the importance of adding a couple thousand animations to EAFC shouldn't be overlooked. In terms of game modes, let's start off with Rush. This mode has replaced Volta Football, which needed to go due to its lack of popularity with fans and EA Sports' apparent desperation to latch the mode onto pro clubs for some relevance. Rush is a 7-minute 5v5 match in which players battle it out. Overall, I like this mode. It's better than Volta and it has loads of potential. It's intense, fast-paced, and pure fun. Rush is at its best in pro clubs where you and 3 other friends try to work cohesively to avoid getting hammered 10-1. It takes a lot of communication, understanding, and skill. Rush also has a fancy Nike arena that gives off a Volta vibe, so it still feels like a separate experience from a traditional match. The only thing I hate about this mode is the awful commentary. This commentator constantly screams, "Go!" and it's not in an iconic way. He also uses terrible metaphors like cold as a bathroom floor. That's just awful writing. Manager mode has received some features that I'm excited about, and with the addition of women's football, there's more ways to play EAFC's flagship mode. As I stated before, Rush and FC IQ have been implemented into multiple modes to improve the overall player experience. In manager mode, fans can compete in youth player tournaments played in a 5v5 Rush style. Playing in youth player tournaments not only gives you a glimpse at players before you promote them to your senior team, but also helps you develop them. This was a massive feature for me when EA Sports announced it. Of course, this isn't an overhaul to the youth system, but it's an improvement to a feature that hasn't been touched in years. In addition to the youth tournaments, scouting youth is more expansive thanks to the addition of FC IQ. Fans can decide what specific type of player they want to scout, whether this is a cam who is a half winger or a ball playing center back. These choices shape your club's future, and now that fans can recruit youth players younger than 15 years old, it expands the duration of your playthrough. Player career receives the fewest new features every year, and this year is no different. However, there are new starting points at the beginning of every playthrough that gives you buffs and debuffs. In addition, player icons are now available in this mode, so now fans can choose from a small list of legendary footballers who control. I opted for a David Beckham return to Manchester United. While this feature is nice, I would like to see it expanded upon next year. Similar to career mode, pro clubs got a new makeover and some new features to spice up this year's mode. Rush makes its debut in pro clubs, and as I said earlier, it's loads of fun with friends and you can compete for new rewards. Facilities are a new way to increase your club's attributes before matches. Your club is given a spending budget which increases as you progress through the rankings. Players can spend money on new faculties that increase your squad's attributes and can be upgraded. Want to improve your team's overall strength? Upgrade your rate room. Lastly, we have Ultimate Team. This year, EAFC's card-based mode took full advantage of Rush with its unique objectives and point system. In addition, FC IQ ensures that your Ultimate Team is suited to your playstyle. Unfortunately, once again, I say it every year, I cannot recommend this mode due to its pay-to-win model. EAFC reminds us that there is hope for the series after the dreaded end to the FIFA franchise and last year's mediocre debut of EAFC. FC IQ and Rush are standout features integrated into every mode and offer different experiences in each one. Each game mode has something new for fans to enjoy, and the gameplay is still smooth with a slight improvement. This is not a perfect game by any means, but this is better than the last 7 years, and hopefully EA Sports can continue to improve its new era of football games. If you guys like the content we do here on Sports Gamers Online, then hit that like button and subscribe to SGO right now. And if you want the most out of your SGO experience, then join SGO Insider.